Tricia Whitaker here alongside Mark Titus, author of Don't Put Me In, Coach, and writer for Grantlands.com. Mark, welcome to IU. How'd you like your experience here today?
I always love my experience at IU. It's the college I went to when I was in high school is what I like to describe IU as, because my brother came here. He's a few years older than me, and he came to IU, so I would drive down to IU a lot and spend a lot of time here when I was in high school. So it kind of gave me the first taste of college, and I've always, in a weird way, when I come back to IU, it does kind of feel like I'm coming back to the college I went to, which doesn't make any sense because I went to a rival college, like 3 hours away. But yeah, I always love coming back here. I'm about to go to Nick's and have some fun over there, so I'm looking forward to that too.
Well, there you go. You'll definitely have fun at Nick's. So you grew up in Indiana, which is a state that our religion is basically Indiana basketball. Yeah. And this year they finally reemerged into the national spotlight, which is exciting for us on campus. But sometimes we feel like we're in the IU bubble and we have our IU goggles on. What's your impressions of the team?
Well, I kind of have IU goggles on too, because I still cheer for IU when they're not playing Ohio State and watch a lot of their games. So, but I honestly think like I cheer for Ohio State, and I want Ohio State to beat IU every single time they play, always. And it happened in Columbus. I will say it happened in Columbus in a very big way. It happened in a very big way in Columbus. I'll say that. But in like looking at the season though, like IU is clearly the best team. Even as I want Ohio State to be better than IU, but right now I can't. I mean, I've seen Ohio State practice a lot, and I kind of have an idea of what IU's about and all the players they have and all that. And I really think they're going to have, if not the best team in the country, one of the top 2 or 3. And I don't know, expectations should be high, and I don't think they should be high just because IU's had like down years in the past, and they're just kind of on a resurgence type thing. They should be high regardless. Even if they won the national title last year, this should still be a big year for IU fans. So I don't know. I'm hoping Ohio State can beat them though. But honestly, it makes me nervous because like last year, even going into the game, I knew I had a good team, but I was like, no, we're better. Ohio State's better. We got this. But this year, I don't know. It's good. I think IU's got a better team, but that's why they play the game, I guess. So we'll see.
But you played basketball at Ohio State during some of the darkest days at IU, the Mike Davis era, which you talked about earlier. Kelvin Sampson. We don't like to say his name around here.
Dan Dockich's first game. The first game Dan Dockich coached, I think, was against us. So that was fun to see, like that whole to be here when like Sampson had just. I think Sampson got fired while I was on campus because we were like here. We were here in preparation for the game, and Sampson got fired, so that was cool to be here for that, yeah.
So how much do you think it's meant to the state of Indiana for IU to kind of resurge into that national spotlight because of what happened to them?
I think it's awesome because, it is a big deal to all of us and all the Hoosiers in the state. And, a lot of people, like, point to, like, what they haven't won a title since, like, 87, and it's like – they haven't done anything without Bob Knight, which isn't true because they went to the 2002 national title game. But that's just kind of the perception, is that ever since Knight left, IU basketball hasn't been anything. And I think it's exciting because it's proving that it's not just like a thing where IU fans are delusional and that, like, we have a good team, we swear.
So we're not crazy.
Yeah, you're not crazy. It's not like we have a good team, we swear. You guys got to believe us. Now it's like I think a lot of people that because there is kind of, you think about it, it's been 10 years since IU's been, I mean they've had good years with like, well, the Eric Gordon and the Eric Gordon year, they were good, and then that when Sampson got fired. So yeah, like they've had ups and downs a little bit, but like they haven't really been like national prominence since like 2002, when they went to the national title game. So I think 10 years ago, that's like a whole generation. They're like 20-year-olds that have no idea about IU basketball, but they can't remember IU basketball being like dominant and being great and all that. So, yeah, I'm excited for them to be back on the national spotlight and be playing in big games and having people fear the Hoosiers instead of circling it as an easy win like it was a few years ago. So it's pretty awesome.
Well, hopefully going to Nick's tonight will help you maybe change your mind about that IU Ohio State.
I don't think so.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Mark. Thanks for being here. Have fun at Nick's.